What's going on, Alabama fans? Ricky Green here for Todd Talk Sports on the Alabama Football News and Rumors channel on YouTube, presented by Chat Sports. Before I say anything else today at all, I have to send a huge thank you to everybody that has supported us here on our channel so far. Yesterday evening at some point, we broke our goal of 500 subscribers, so we are now on our way to our next big goal of 1,000 subscribers. And I want to thank each and every one of you guys that have hit that subscribe button for us and helped us reach our goal. For those of you that have not hit that button yet, use your head for something besides a hat rack and hit that subscribe button right now and help us reach our big goal of 1,000 subscribers here on our YouTube channel. On today's video, we're going to talk a little bit about Alabama football recruiting, take a look at a big-time five-star prospect that's getting ready to announce his commitment this upcoming Sunday. We'll talk a little bit about what Coach Nick Saban and Jeremy Pruitt both said in their press conferences yesterday, respectively. And then we'll close out today's video talking about Ishmael Sopsher being in the transfer portal and how that may or may not affect Alabama's depth along the defensive line moving forward. Great video coming up for you today. You're not going to want to miss a single minute of it, and I'm ready to get this thing started, so that's what we're going to do right now. I got to speak with Jake Crane yesterday. Jake is a college football insider for Auburn, the host of the J-Boy Show, the #1 show on Apple Podcast, college football-wise. And Jake pretty much confirmed what I was saying and feeling already, that indeed he believes also that Kool-Aid will wind up at Alabama, and that will be an absolutely huge get for Nick Saban and his staff as we look to possibly lose Patrick Surtain Jr. and Josh Jobe after the conclusion of this season, possibly to the NFL draft. We need some stud cornerbacks in this class. And it looks like Sunday afternoon, Alabama will indeed add a stud cornerback, the #1 cornerback in the nation. GaQuincy Kool-Aid McKinstry, in my opinion, is set to commit to the University of Alabama. All right, next thing we want to talk about in today's video, just a couple of little cliff notes from yesterday. Jeremy Pruitt and Nick Saban both had press conferences. Nick Saban's press conference was kind of the same old standard, what we get midweek. Wants to see a little bit more fire out of our guys, a little bit more focus and preparation as we inch closer to kickoff against the University of Tennessee. And, you know, I think we're going to be fine. I don't expect to have a letdown game after a huge win against the University of Georgia Bulldogs there in Bryant-Denny Stadium this past Saturday. I expect with this team just hitting their stride the way that they seem to be right now, we're not going to see that typical letdown game this Saturday. I think it's going to be a big win for Alabama, a four-quarter defensive performance that mirrors a lot of what we saw in the second half against the University of Georgia. And like I said in yesterday's game preview, I just do not believe that Jarrett Guarantano, I think I did a little bit better on that today, can beat Alabama. I just don't see it. In Jeremy Pruitt's press conference yesterday, Pruitt said that JG, that's Guarantano, for those of you that don't know, and Maurer are both banged up, but both had been practicing. Pruitt has been coaching the D-line all week because he fired his defensive line coach, said that they've had the best week of practice that they've had all season as far as the defensive line is concerned. Let's see here. Says that Taylor, a starting cornerback, and Banks, the inside linebacker, will be a game-time decision this upcoming Saturday. They've worked on protecting with the linebackers in practice. They held scrimmage Sunday, and Bailey, the freshman QB, and Shrout both took the majority of the snaps with the first team. So still a mystery who's going to start at quarterback for Tennessee this weekend, but something that I'll be watching very closely, and if we find out between now and game time, we'll definitely pass that information along to you guys. If you are enjoying the content that we're bringing you on the Alabama Football News and Rumors channel on YouTube presented by Chat Sports, do me a favor and hit that like button right now. That gives us an idea of where we stand as far as putting out content that you like or don't like is concerned, and we certainly would appreciate it. Hit that like button right now. All right, so we're going to take a short break right here, and I'm going to ask a question for our viewers, as I always typically do. And I want you to get in that comment section right now and let me know what you think. Yes or no, will GaQuincy Kool-Aid McKinstry commit to Alabama this upcoming Sunday at 4:15 Central? Get in that comment section right now and let me know why for yes, he will commit to Alabama, or in for no, I don't think so. All right, we're getting ready to wrap this show up for the day. But before we do that, I have to mention Ishmael Sopsher, big defensive tackle that Alabama got a couple classes back out of the state of Louisiana, has entered his name in the transfer portal. That was first reported yesterday by Matt Zenitz of AL.com. So shout out to Matt for catching that story and getting that out to everybody. But this is not as big a deal as some casual Alabama fans may think. Sopsher was extremely out of shape and overweight when he reported earlier in the year. Now, we did hear a lot about the weight that he lost, 24 pounds in the conditioning program that he dropped. I think it was right around 24 pounds, but still wasn't where he needed to be physically to be able to contribute on a regular basis and handle the rigors of the grind of playing football on the defensive line in the Southeastern Conference. We saw a couple of other guys get some playing time. Jamil Burrows, I believe, got some playing time there on the defensive line. Tim Smith has gotten just a little bit. Tim is a five-star freshman defensive tackle at Alabama. So I don't know if this has a whole lot to do with Ishmael getting his feelings hurt about playing time, or if he just needed to hit the reset button. I read this morning where one big-time college football, Alabama in particular, analyst said that Ishmael just needs to kind of get out of his own way, and he thinks that this restart will be good for Ishmael Sopsher. Not really going to be anything that's detrimental to the University of Alabama, as we are deep, deep and talented on our defensive line. And we will more than likely see a recruit that jumps in one of these remaining 3 or 4 spots to this 2021 class that will kind of take the place of Ishmael Sopsher and keep this defensive line rolling right along. That's about all I've got for you guys and gals today. Again, before we sign out though, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do that right now for me, or Chat Sports is going to turn this channel into a Tennessee Vols channel, and we don't do anything orange. Y'all don't do me like that. Hit that like button right now so we can keep rolling right along for the Tide. We'll see you next time on the Alabama Football News and Rumors channel on YouTube presented by Chat Sports. I'm Ricky Green for Tide Talk Sports. Roll Tide.